Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel Rate This Run. So in this video I'm going to break down all the things that I had wished that I knew before I started on my running journey just over a year ago. When I first started, I didn't even own a smartwatch. I used to map all my runs on the internet or map my run before I went out the door. Since then I've learned a load of things that if I'd known at the beginning, it would have saved me a lot of time, a lot of effort, and would have saved quite a bit of money as well. So if you're new to running or you keep start and stopping, these tips will definitely make a difference. Let's get into it. So early on, pace doesn't make a difference in the way that you probably think it does. Just getting out the door and running is sending such a big stimulus to your body because it's not used to it. Don't stress about, am I in zone 2, zone 4, am I interval training, am I sprinting? Just get out the door and run, and just being consistent over the course of 6-12 weeks, you will notice a massive difference to your running ability and your fitness. Don't stress about that pace, just get out the door and run. When I first started, every single run that I did, I was trying to beat my 5k time from the last run that I did. So I was literally going out full pelt every single run I did, and I did that for about 6 weeks, and eventually I started to get burnt out and I was just getting sick of it, and I had to just slow it down. So tip number 2 is just slow it down and take your time. So many people I speak to say they don't like running because they just find it too difficult, but they really enjoy walking. And my response is, well, why don't you just run a tiny little bit faster than what you would walk, and you'll find that you probably enjoy it. One of the traps that I fell into early on was thinking that I needed trainers for easy runs, tempo runs, interval runs, long runs, racing. There are so many good pairs of trainers out there that'll literally do everything. They'll offer good comfort, they'll offer stability, you'll be able to do faster paces in them. Just don't waste your money on like 5 or 6 pairs of trainers. If you want to do that, by all means, go and do that if that's what you enjoy doing, fair enough. From my experience, I wasted hundreds of pounds on trainers, and you know what, you don't need them. Just one good pair of trainers, and there are loads out there on the market that'll do the job. You don't need to spend hundreds of pounds on some crazy smartwatch that does absolutely everything. So when I first started, I used a stopwatch and I used to map my runs on Map My Run on the internet before I went out the door. I wouldn't advise that because it's a bit clunky, to be honest, and there's so much good tech out there where you don't really need to do that. You don't need to spend thousands of pounds on one. A couple of £100, maybe a bit less than that. You can get Garmin's pretty cheap, second hand. Especially if you're new to the sport, you might do it for 6 months and realise that it's not for you. So the last thing you want to be doing is spending like £1,000 on some mad Garmin watch that you're never going to use again. I think I spent a couple of £100 on this, and at the time I was umming and ahhing, should I get the one up? Should I not get the one up? The one up was an extra like £200 on this one. I'm so glad I didn't get the extra one up because this one does absolutely everything. All I literally do for my watch is track my runs, and that's it. I think one of the most important ones is making sure you don't neglect strength training. Don't just do running at the detriment of doing any strength training. So I try and do strength training at least twice a week. I do a full body workout. Sometimes that drops to once a week when I'm busy with work or family life, or I've got loads of running or whatever, but I try and maintain consistency with twice a week. Strength training will massively help reduce injuries. It helps your joints and your ankles, your knees, your hips, whatever. It helps it all absorb the shock of running. Running is a heavy impact sport on the joints. Having that strength around the joints and your ligaments, tendons, muscles, which comes from strength training, massively helps reduce injury. So the number 1 rule for getting better in running, I think anyway, in my opinion, is consistency. Protect consistency at all costs, and that's why strength training, which I mentioned before, is so important, because strength training will allow you to be consistent because your chances of injury are reduced. Don't worry about hitting pace targets and running super fast every time. Just be consistent, getting out that door a couple of times a week, and slowly the weeks turn into months, months turn into a whole year, and it's that consistency which builds fitness, and it compounds so fast, and you'll notice a massive difference from just being consistent for a couple of months. Niggles and injuries, unfortunately, are very common in this sport. You're putting a lot of impact through your feet, through your joints, through those lower muscles. Unfortunately, injuries and niggles, they do happen in this sport. Don't worry about it. If you get something, just ease off the training, give yourself the time for your body to fully recover, and be super patient. The last thing you want to be doing is racing and rushing to get back into the sport, and then you never let yourself heal, and then you just get even more injured, and it just ruins the consistency even more. You won't lose fitness by swapping a week of running to go and do a week of low impact swimming or biking, for instance. Finally, I used a program, and that's where I learned so much about running. That's where I started to learn about the different types of runs: easy runs, interval runs, tempo runs, long runs, hill repeats, all that sort of stuff. Getting a decent program isn't actually that complicated. So long as you get a program and you're consistent with it, you'll definitely make progress. And I would definitely recommend signing up to a couple of races, getting embedded into a proper program. That'll help build that overall consistency, which will make a massive impact in your overall running journey. So overall, running, it's an amazing sport. It's got so many benefits. It's so good for your mental health. It's so good for your physical health. It's so good for your heart, your lungs, everything. It's such a great sport to be involved in. It's so flexible as well. You can just get a pair of trainers, lace them up and get out the front door. That's why I loved running. That's how I ended up getting into it. A lot of those tips I didn't adhere to during my first 12 months, but I wish I had. They would have made a massive difference. They would have saved me time and a load of money. Thank you for watching, and if you're new to running, please drop your comments down below. I will read and I will reply to them all. See you all soon.